This is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. This is Platinum versus AEW Dynamite. This was last night's episode, November 26, 2020. They're definitely in a good space right now. They've got big Dynamite next week. And the pay-per-view is not till kind of the end of February. So they're in a good groove, creating a lot of stories, paying off a lot of things. It's good time. So the opening match is John Silver, who they are definitely giving a push to, even though he's not winning these matches. It's still fascinating to see him and how personality off of their main shows has kind of carried him to this. It's kind of really cool to see. It's really rewarding. John Silver's taking on Adam Page. And I would normally say Page was giving him too much, but no, I'm gonna go no. I think they did a good job. Silver looked good. Was never really threatening to win, but it was the right kind of match. And then Page finally hits the buckshot lariat and wins. Omega gives a promo, a little better than the ones that he has before. And then we, of course, promote the fact that it's going to be Omega and Jon Moxley next week. And Darby Allin and Cody are going to be taking on Will Hobbs and Ricky Starks next week off of the shocking turn by Will Hobbs. And all of a sudden, Taz's group has gone from the group left off of the last pay-per-view to being really involved and in the thick of a lot of things, which is nice to see. Match number 2, Lee Johnson against Hobbs, is exactly what it's supposed to be, a squishy squash. And Lee Johnson, because he is affiliated with the Nightmare family, it's another slap in the face to Cody and company. Taz cuts a promo. They keep cutting his mic, which is interesting. Cody comes out in executive mode, kind of. They go back and forth. Cody finally gets frustrated and says, like, look, your kid Hook is training with me, which is one of those lines that shouldn't mean as much as it does, but it really does resonate. And then Taz chokes out Cody, which is a great fucking moment. It's one of these things that's going to be talked about a great deal, and people are going to say, I liked it, I didn't like it. I got to say, I fucking love it. It just gives the personal bent on what they're doing. Really good shit and unexpected. I just really liked it. And then Taz leaves with Hook, so we get a look at his kid. Just good shit. Go to commercial, right? And we went to commercial after the first match as well. Again, I think Dynamite really has the good formula, or at least a template for a show where they always give you a full match and let you know what's going to go on, and then they go to commercial. It's just smart stuff. Eddie Kingston starts cutting a promo, and then Moxley confronts him in another moment I really fucking like. And then Eddie immediately, again, show don't tell, Eddie immediately recognizes, okay, Moxley thinks I'm the one who jumped him, and goes like, no, I didn't do it. But you know who did, which I think is a great moment where Eddie Kingston is backed down by Moxley, but then takes the power back. Again, really subtle shit. It's what happens when you let people who know what the fuck they're doing do their shit. It's just really wonderful. The third match, Top Flight against TH2. A perfectly good match. They get a split screen at one point so we can keep up with the action. That death roll leg lock thing looks really phenomenal, and they get a tap out off of that. And then as Angelico continues to have him in that really brutal looking leg lock, here comes fucking Jack Evans to kick that leg. And then the Bucks come to have them scatter, but the damage is done. Nyla Rose and Vicky cut a promo talking about why they helped Deep Six Brandy Rhodes. Cool. We're moving stuff along. We actually have women on the show. It's so far pretty good show. Jericho and Hager against SCU is going to be next. We go to commercial. When we come back, FTR and Tully give credit to the Bucks for beating them, saying they were better than them for 3 seconds. But it's clear that FTR and Tully are not going away anytime soon. This is something that AEW does that works sometimes, and other times it doesn't work, but in this case, I think it is working, which is when somebody suffers a big loss, particularly a heel, they take them out of your mind's eye and let them recharge. Now, some people are like, no, you got to get them on right away and have them. But AEW tends to just go like, we're gonna keep you off of the air for a little while and then let you kind of make your proclamations and then live up to your word. That's a way of giving you your stuff back. And I don't think it's the worst way to go about it. It would be nice if they mixed it up a little, but I don't hate it here. And FTR and Tully really cut a good promo here. Fourth match, Hager and Jericho against SCU. They talk about the battle royal that's going to happen next week to sort of set up some possible stories of like MJF having conflict with Sammy Guevara, etc., etc. They get a split screen for this match. And then we get the finish, which is MJF with the ring on, decking somebody, leading to the Judas elbow, and Hager getting the pin. Kazarian, pissed, hits MJF, which leads to all of them stomping Kazarian. And again, heating it up, man, and throwing SCU in with the Inner Circle. I think that's a good marriage. I think they're really mixing things up really fucking well right now. AEW just, they're keeping people in the mix. I write down in my notes, what about Lance Archer? ? And then we have the definite low of the show, which is Kip Sabian, Miro, and Penelope talking about this video game thing they're going to fucking do, and then Orange is there. They kind of chase Orange out of their trailer, and then they get jumped by the best friends and have a little brawly brawl. This shit feels so fucking lame. The one thing you can clearly say with AEW is that the Miro thing has been completely fucking botched. I think anybody who tries to argue otherwise is fucking fooling themselves. Because it's storytelling, yes, you can recover things. Yes, you can build things up, but it is needless to say that the Kip, Miro, Penelope Cruz stuff with the best friends and Orange Cassidy is the worst shit they've got going by a long shot, by a mile. It's very disappointing. We're going to have the contract signing next. As Omega's doing his entrance, the cleaner entrance, Moxley attacks him and then cuts a fucking hellified great promo, which is inspiring me to do another video where I'm going to analyze and talk about, is Moxley the only smart babyface in fucking wrestling? And how great that is, and with the mileage they're getting out of Moxley being a smart fucking babyface. And how I hope that this sets the trend. Next we gotta, in fact, I gotta write that down to make sure I do it. Blah, blah, blah. Because I haven't done a Pro Wrestler's Handbook in a long time. And I might as well knock out videos. Hey, that's what I do, buddy. A women's title match is next. We come back from commercial. We get a promo from the Inner Circle, talking about how, MJF is one of them now, and Kazarian, you punched him, so Jericho is going to take up the mantle of taking on Kazarian next week. Fucking cool shit. Cool shit. A lot of possibilities there. I'm not even going to speculate. We get a video for Anna Jay talking about how, I faced Shida in my first match and I wasn't ready, but now I'm ready. Really smart, really great use of video, a great way to make this match important. This is my favorite promo from Shida, where she talks about how Anna Jay has friends that help her, the Dark Order helps her, and Shida doesn't need anybody to help her. Again, they make their baby faces look so strong, standing alone. And Shida goes, you don't need your friends, you don't need the Dark Order, what you need is heart. Oh, fucking great promo by Shida. Match number 5, Anna Jay and Shida. They get a split screen during the course of this match. It's a shockingly good match. They needed to have this match. Anna Jay, of course, being carried by Shida, but really doing her part as well. It is a shockingly good match. The spot where I would normally think that this was overbooked, I really liked it, where Anna Jay requests a chair from Tay Conti, who gives it to her reluctantly, but the referee catches it. But it turns out that that was part of a plan. They throw in the kendo stick. She decks Sheeta's knee with that kendo stick, puts her in the Queen Slayer. I really think that's the finish. They have a good series of falsies here, and then Sheeta finally wins with a running knee. And I'm very satisfied with the match. But then they give us more. Abaddon comes to the ring, gets a hold of that title. Sheeta sells Scared of Abaddon, which is great because it's the only way we're going to fucking make a match like that viable. So Sheeta sells Scared, and Abaddon fucking licks that title, leaves blood all over it, all kinds of great, horrible shit. Matt Hardy's doing this new weird gimmick. I don't know how to feel about it yet, where he's basically taking credit for everything in wrestling and just being an obnoxious, self-important ass. I saw it on Being the Elite, and I thought, oh, that's just a funny thing he's doing for that. But no, that's apparently his deal now. Interesting, to put it mildly. There's a big show next week. They promote the fuck out of it. And then we're going to have our main event. So Butcher and the Blade with Bunny and Eddie Kingston come to the ring. We go to commercial. We come back. Ray Phoenix and Pac with Penta at ringside. The Death Triangle, one of the fucking coolest names going, let's face it. They have their tag match. They get a split screen. Kingston interferes in a very traditional wrestling way because AEW doesn't do that all the time. It really has a good effect. And then Butcher and Blade get to win with that suplex thing with the neck breaker. Really effective. And then Eddie comes in and fucking goes nuts and just starts spiking Pac on the chair with DDT. Does it twice. He's going to do it again. And then Lance Archer fucking attacks. What the fuck is going on? And he's going to get into it with fucking Eddie Kingston and company. What the fuck? It's fucking bonkers. And that's the end of the show. And we've had a well done show because it's kind of half go home for next week's Dynamite. And so they pull all that off effectively. Huh? Good shit, AEW. We're back on a streak of good Dynamites. Great to see. But that Miro shit is really fucking terrible. They need to save that thing, if it can even be salvaged. That's how bad that thing is. But everything else ranged from surprisingly good in the Sheeta match and the build-up with her and Abaddon to incredibly great. They've managed to pull off 2 contract signings that were actually fucking interesting. That's a minor miracle in and of itself. This has been Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling. Have a happy Thanksgiving, motherfuckers.